Board of Park Commissioners regular board meeting for the date of Wednesday, January 9th is now in session. Let the record reflect that an executive session was held in accordance with Indiana Code Section 5-14.5-6.1, and that there were no votes taken, nor was there discussion on any elements outside of what was posted in the public notice. With that, we will have our pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would direct your attention to the minutes for the date of December 12th and entertain a motion for acceptance.
Do you want to do roll call?
Oh, I'm sorry, roll call.
Okay, Commissioner Tommy Williams.
Here.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson.
Yes.
Commissioner Renee Patterson.
Yes.
And Commissioner President Dwight Gardner.
Present. I'll entertain a motion on the acceptance or approval of the minutes from December 12th.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Tommy Williams.
Yes.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson.
Here.
Commissioner Renee Patterson.
Yes.
And Commissioner President Gardner.
Yes. That takes us to claims. I would direct your attention to the claims listing for January 4th. Questions or comments from board members? Then I will entertain a motion that we would accept the claims as presented.
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Tommy Williams.
Yes.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson.
Yes.
Commissioner Renee Patterson.
Yes.
And Commissioner President Gardner.
Yes. Legal reports.
There are none at this time.
Administrative reports.
Market Pavilion Commission.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Real short, good point. The concerns that we have are we are experiencing a leakage from the roof at the southeast corner of the ballroom of the facility. This is an ongoing issue, and we will be seeking 3 quotes to get the repair work done. Our action items are a list of all the contracts for 2019 has been given to the legal department for review. The balance for the Blind Social Center was not paid by December 31st deadline, and the total amount due is still $1,637.04. $1,637.04. Shannon Jackson is a bride. She booked the facility for Sunday, September 1st, 2019, has decided to cancel her event. She is requesting a refund for the deposit, but per our contract, she is only allowed anything over the initial deposit, and that amount is $300.
So we ask for a motion to approve the refund.
Yes,
Oh, how much?
$300.
But that's in line with what the contract says, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do we actually need a motion to approve as long as it's in line with what the contract says?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll entertain a motion that we would approve the refund related to the cancellation of that event in the amount of $300.
So moved.
Roll call.
Commissioner Tommy Williams.
Yes.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson.
Here.
Commissioner Renee Patterson.
Yes.
And Commissioner President Gardner.
Yes.
We are asking the board for permission to run a new event special in the ballroom space for $1,280 from January 2019 until April 30th, 2019. This special allows us to attract larger conferences, galas, birthday parties, and business events during our off-season.
What's the present price?
On a Saturday, it's $2,280.
Is that in line with the rest of the venues?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Then I will entertain a motion that we will accept the proposal for the winter bookings, not to go beyond the 30th day of April.
I make a motion to approve.
Second,
Second.
roll call.
Commissioner Tommy Williams.
Yes.
Commissioner Juanita Jackson.
Yes.
Commissioner Renee Patterson.
Yes.
And Commissioner President Gardner.
Yes.
Thank you. And our triumphs are the lounge special that ran from October 2018 until December 18 has now ended, and we are happy to report that we have booked 11 events to date in that space. And that's all I have.
Okay. Any questions from board members? Thank you.
All right, Dr. Smith, President Campbell.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning, good morning. So we are approaching American Heart Month in February. We have several organizations that have reached out that are inquiring about facility rental here at the Hudson and Campbell. So Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, they have reached out. They're looking to host blood pressures and do a healthy dance day. That's going to be February the 1st on a Friday. They're going to host their event here with us in the aerobic room from 6 to 8 p.m. That's February 1st. So they will kick off the very first event for American Heart Month. Sigma Gamma Rho sorority, they're also looking to have an event for American Heart Month Association, and they're going to kick off their event February the 9th, which is going to be on a Saturday. They're going to utilize the track area. They're going to do blood pressures and things of that sort. And that event is going to be held from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on a Saturday. Also myself, for Hudson and Campbell, for the entire month of February, we're looking to every Wednesday to do a cardio healthy day line dancing, and I would like to do that. That would be open to the public every Wednesday from 6 to 8. And so we have some other organizations that are reaching out as well that are looking to pursue facility rental for the American Heart Month Association. So we are going to be pretty busy in light of all of the other activities we have going on with schools and rentals and things of that nature. So upcoming event will be American Heart Month. We're asking for everyone to come out to garner support. We'll have more information at the front desk, and then we have other organizations that are also reaching out to us. So this is just a short list. I believe Gary, the Gary Commission for Women, they're also looking to host an event with us as well. So we just have to confirm that. Utilization of our Hudson and Campbell facility. Again, we started off with the kickoff of Biddy basketball, so that's been going quite well. We're very busy. All of their games are on Saturday. They're utilizing the facility as well for practices. A lot of times they're here Monday through Thursday. More importantly, they're here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so we're pretty busy with that. Thea Bowman Leadership Academy, they have started utilizing our facility for baseball practices. And they just kicked off yesterday for practices for the girls and boys indoor track season. And so that is just as of yesterday. 21st Century Scholar, they have been utilizing the facility as well for the boys baseball team. But the children are just now returning back to school as of Monday, so they haven't been in the building this week, but they will be starting back up. Our Pop Warner and track for the Steelers, they've started up as well. They're utilizing the facility. Most of the kids are here, of course, between the hours of 4 and 6:30. So they're here in the evening after they are out of school. Our day passes and memberships have drastically picked up. We're averaging maybe 4 to 5 new memberships a day. So we have a lot of people in the community that are inquiring about new memberships. And not only that, they are actually paying for new memberships and they're utilizing the facility. We're encouraging a lot of our frequent day passers to come and get a membership, because if it's $8 for 18 and older and $5 for 17 and under, if they're utilizing the facility 3 or 4 days out of the week, one more day pass, they pay for a membership. So when you kind of break it down to them like that, then it's easier for them to see that it's more feasible to go ahead and pay for a membership. So we picked up in that endeavor. Some future and prospective programs for revenue opportunities that I am looking into. Our Biddy basketball leader, Coach Terrellin, we've been talking a lot, and as the season progresses for Biddy, I was looking into a 30 and older women's basketball league. There's definitely a market for that, and so she and I will be partnering, and we're going to reach out to some other ladies in the community that have, you know, previous history of playing either pro basketball or in college, and we're going to see for those people that may be interested in actually participating in the league. So we're going to be trying to work out the logistics with that. We're also looking at, I would like to start up something different here, and I had briefly ran it by superintendent a little while ago. I would like to start up a family skate day. And I know it's a little different, but I would like to do it here. Something different, something that's family oriented. Where would I do it? I'm looking at utilizing the tennis courts. And so I haven't really worked out the logistics with that, but I'm looking at one family skate day, trying to create and do something a little different. The city of Gary, we do not currently have a place where our youth can go and skate. It would be good for a family. Possibly looking at a very, very feasible admission. And one day out of the week, preferably maybe a Sunday from about 4 to 7. And so I will be available or ready to present that to the board once I have something in writing. But this is just, you know, I'm just brainstorming and putting some things on the radar to present to let you all know these are some future and prospective opportunities I'm looking at in ways to generate revenue that would actually involve the community, because we get a lot of kids that come in, but they more so utilize the basketball courts. We're increasing memberships, but other people are asking, do we have anything other than just basketball activities? And again, for American Heart Month events, we're looking to kick that off as well too next month. So those are some of the upcoming events that we have. Some major concerns that not only do I have, but members as well, and some staff members. We've had some issues with break-ins with lockers. Superintendent and I have talked about this, and I just wanted to bring it up for awareness, because I know that people are starting to have conversations about it. But what we've encouraged to do as a team here is to let people know, members, whether they're purchasing a day pass or not, do not bring your personal items in here. Unfortunately, we've had a couple issues where some of our members have had their personal items taken away from them. And so we had to follow the necessary procedures by filing police report, things of that nature. It's a certain age group of individuals that are, you know, committing these type of acts.
And one person was apprehended.
Yes.
Arrested, and will be prosecuted as a result of it.
Yes.
And cameras are not allowed in the locker rooms, right?
No, they're not. And so one of our biggest issues and concerns is, you know, just security, because not only that, we're getting some of our youth, they're finding different pockets and different ways to enter the facility. For example, we have a lot of doors here. So even though they utilize the front area to come in, Mr. Nate and myself, a lot of our staff, what they do is when they come in, they hurry up and they rush up the stairs. So last week, I had to sprint across the lobby because I saw 3 kids try to sneak in and run up the stairs. So they'll run up the stairs. If we're busy at the front desk, you really can't see them, especially when the day gets longer, because it's kind of dark. And so you can see movement, so you know someone has gone upstairs and they haven't stopped at the front desk to pay. And so when they go up, there's other doors upstairs, and because there are no alarm systems on there, they're letting other kids in. So unfortunately, we're losing money, because we've got 10 kids that have snuck in that day and we don't know that they snuck in, and they have, you know, of course they have to be day passers, because our kids with memberships, they don't have a reason to sneak in because their parents are paying for them to be here.
Question.
Yes.
A buzzer on the door is there a buzzer at the main desk that allows people to go into the facility proper?
President Gardner, there is. That's a feature that was just now installed, but at the front desk, or adjacent to the front desk, yes, when members enter the building, and we've been able to manage the flow of the traffic even better now, but it's more so with our youth. So they can bypass that front desk if they see that we're inundated. As soon as they enter the main entry door at the front, they go straight up those stairs. So anyone that physically comes into the building and they check in at the front desk, yes, they can't bypass the front desk unless they are buzzed in. But if they come through the main entrance and they sprint up the stairs, then they do bypass that front desk. And those are the issues that we're having. It's either that or the entrance that we have on the rear where the parking lot is. We caught individuals last week where they're propping the door open, and so they're coming through the back entryway, and then once they come in, they go straight to the gym in the main area. So if we're at the front desk, we have no way of knowing that maybe 5 or 6 kids have snuck in. So those are the issues that we're having.
Once you go upstairs, are there doors up there?
Yes, and they're calling and letting people know that they're there, and they just let them in from upstairs. Yeah. It's getting worse because they know that, sometimes they case the area, they know if there's a lot of people at the front desk, that's how they're doing, they're letting their friends in.
Is there a way to secure the doors upstairs where you have to?
The only way we can secure it is, we can't because it's illegal. You can't put any chains on the doors and there's no alarms.
Let Nate deal with that issue, so I won't throw all that out.
Okay, we'll move along. So basically, you're saying your observations and recommendations are to look at some new security implementations.
Yeah, I'm just concerned about the members. I'm trying,
We got the picture.
I'm here working here, I just,
We
got the picture.
it's ongoing. Okay.
Take a
not
look at
problem.
some possible upgrades in security.
Well, I appreciate that.
Okay.
It's just,
All right.
And then, just because we're getting concerns from the members about the smell of gas, and I know Superintendent, we're working on that. There's been an order placed to have a part replaced with a boiling system, but we're continuously explaining that to the members and to some of the staff to let them know that that's why they are, that's why we have the smell of the gas. And so, we're getting a lot of complaints about it. So those are the major concerns that we have.
You been in touch with NIPSCO, huh?
No, there's a part for our boiler system. The company that the city uses, the HVAC company, there's a part that they came out Monday that they have ordered or they're in the process of ordering to replace it.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lisa Golf Course Don.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
We're just in the process of breaking down our equipment, do the winterization of all our, our mowers. And, sorry about that. We are also, unfortunately, we have a farm pump that was out by the regular pump house. It's a 12-inch farm pump. And I'm trying to see what damage was done to it. It was also struck by the car. It's usually just a few bearings, but trying to get that to identify what's wrong with it, what actually was broke, because I can back that pump into the water and try and remove some of that. I don't know if you've been past Gleason lately. The water, there's a lot of water out there.
Half the golf course is
I
out
know,
there.
and the only problem with that, there's no problem with the grass or anything, but all those satellite boxes for the irrigation system, 3 or 4 of them are also underwater. And it's all circuit boards and stuff like that, and so I'm afraid when they dry out, that they're gonna, don't know what's gonna happen. There is no power to them or anything like that right now. I just don't know how long they can sit underwater like that and not be affected.
What about our timetable or, you know,
As
we have
far
to-
as I know, it's in the hands of the insurance company.
Yeah, the last bit of communication, it was right towards the beginning of the year. They wanted to see if the insurance policy or the insurance would be handled by GSD or by Parks, because they were unclear if the unit or all the operating units were actually covered under GSD's policy or not. And during the break, they determined that it wasn't. And so now they've continued to move forward as a result of it. That was the one thing that was kind of stuck and holding things up. And the person who was responsible for kind of replying to that was out on maternity leave for a while, and so he's returned back, and now things are moving again as a result of it.
Okay, we're still expecting though some kind of concrete timeline for a resolution and to the procurement. You talked about some pumps that were available at another location. You know, I don't want May to come or even April to come and half our golf course is still underwater and we're still waiting on somebody in the cloud to make a decision. That doesn't work. We need some specifics. We need a specific timetable. We need some specific answers. We need to be able to move. My hope is that with the 1st of February, we should be doing things. We should have made the arrangements and received the necessary funding based on the insurance coverage to procure the things necessary for us to move forward. If we get past the middle of February and we haven't done that, we're already gonna be too late. And so, whatever we need to do, that the golf course, if we're gonna run it in 2019, then this whole insurance situation needs to be at the top of our priority list.
Will do.
Okay.
That's all I have.
All right. Quadex, Christine.
Good morning. We're working on our swim season. Looking at the kids, getting kids out to come out to swimming. Next week, I will be meeting with Nate. We're coming up with our maintenance plan for the summer. We were gonna try to start up a little bit earlier, and come up with a contingency plan, since winter seems like it's starting a little bit later, to try to come up with an alternate plan just in case it snows later on than what we planned. And I noticed there was like a small crack at Holliston at their pool. So I'm meeting with some people to come out and try to see, it's like about a drain box to do some welding. So when I was over there not too long ago, I noticed by the drain box that it might be, I don't know if it's gonna be a big issue or not, but I want to get that checked out. And I had already spoke to Nate about it, to get somebody to check it out now before the season comes, and then we notice we're losing water. And that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Youth Services Bureau, Kenyatta.
Good morning, Happy New Year, everybody. Good morning. So Youth Services Bureau, we are working on recreation. Because of our administrative review last year and our lack of having enough employees, we're rethinking how many sites we'll have this year in regards to having our recreation program. We do have our after-school program open at Reed Park, so it looks really nice in there. We had a winter workshop from December 26th until January 4th. So we had a winter workshop that went through the day. So it's from 9 to 2 every day. So we had that in Reed Park. We also had our Youth Environmental Summit Conference at the Genesis on January 3rd, and it was a marvelous event. We had a lot of youth come out. We had youth from Gary, we had youth from Portage, we had youth from Maryville, we had youth from Chesterton and Hammond. And we also were able to reach out to some homeschoolers, some students that were homeschoolers. So all in all, we had about 60 guests. We had various partners that came out and they were vendors. They did activities with the youth and things like that. So it was a really nice event, and we did that in conjunction with Green Urbanism and Gary Earth Charter. So we did that in conjunction with that. This was our second one. We will do it again next year. So it was really, you know, we really had a good time with that. We're still working on our Cities Connecting Children to Nature grant. Our implementation plan has been, the date for that has been extended, so that gives us a little bit more time to work on it. What we are currently doing now is trying to do our youth and resident engagement. That's one of the most important aspects of getting that implementation plan in place. We've been in contact with National League of Cities, so we have help and support from them as well. We have a TA visit that is going to be in February where they'll come and kind of help us to map out some things, to get some good strategies going, where we need to start and where we need to end with our with the Cities Connected Children to Nature. And
can I add something to that real
okay.
quick? A big part of what we're doing and a big part of just about any grant funding that I've applied for, they always talk about engagement, community engagement, youth and community engagement. And so I think we've reached out to a bunch of people, schools, some churches, just to try to get as much input from the community as possible. Because one of the things you often hear sometimes, and I'm sure some of you have heard it, well, they did this and nobody ever talked to me about it, or I didn't know about this, and you know, nobody asked me how I felt about it. And so we're trying to make sure that, you know, there's always going to be some people who don't know about some of this. But we want to make sure that we reach out to as many people as possible, so we get as much input as possible, so we're able to give the community exactly what it is they're looking for. And so as opposed
close to, not exactly, but at least close to.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. And so we just want as much input as possible as to what people want, so people don't feel as if we force something down their throat. So I just wanted to put a little bit of emphasis on what Kiana said, because it's something we've been working on for a good, what, at least 4 months? 4 or 5 months.
And this one is, it's definitely community engaged, so we are trying to partner. So it's not like we're trying to bring something new, but we're trying to partner, but we need to know what we need. So we have a lot of community gardens. Do you need help with those gardens? Do you need staff for those gardens? So that's what we're trying to see. We don't want to recreate the wheel that's already created. We know that we're in nature. We know that we have youth out in nature. We just want to know where we can jump in and help and kind of make, you know, give a good foundation for other programs that have already started. So we will encourage you guys when we have our youth and resident engagements that you guys come out and speak as well and let us know, you know, what you're looking for when you see youth in nature. So that's all that we have for youth services.
Thank you. Superintendent's report.
All right, one of the things that we discussed, thank you, we talked about briefly is the parking stations for Marquette. And so we have gathered the 3 quotes that we need for the parking pay stations. I know there's some information that I still need to gather to bring back before the board, but it's my hope that within the next couple of meetings, you know, come to a decision and then bring that decision before this body, and then we can move forward with it. So we can have things in place by the time the beach opens up at the beginning of the summer. So really excited about it. The feedback from the community has been pretty well received. So looking forward to bringing that information to this body once I get all the information. How Park update, we are in the deconstruction/demo arena right now. So they are starting to take things down and put things back together better than they were before. There was a flooring bid that is going out probably within the next few days because the problem with the flooring is more extensive than we initially thought. And so they removed that part from the bidding process and it's being rebid. And so hopefully within the next few weeks we'll have those bids in hand and we can take a look at it and the board can make a decision based on that. You know, I'm gonna scratch the damage deposit because we didn't talk about it as much as I wanted to. We didn't talk about it at all, but I just want to revisit that damage deposit that we talked about at the end of the year, but I want to get some information in your hands before I make a recommendation on that. And the last thing I have is the end of the year report, and it's pretty lengthy, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time going over it. Let me first say that this first year of my tenure as superintendent has been very challenging. I think I'm aging in dog years. My grandmother has told me I'm getting old because I have more gray hairs coming than I ever had, but I like challenges. And so I look forward to the daily grind and getting things done. And I appreciate all the support, not only from the staff that I work with on a regular basis, but also from you all as board members who push me and challenge me to always do better. So I appreciate that in my first year.
Okay, let me do this.
Sure.
We don't have a copy in our, okay.
These are just kind of my notes.
Okay, so
kind of notes.
here's what I would like to do, is to get us a copy of, you know, you have the secretary type it up or whatever, however you want to present it.
Table it to next week.
And put it in our packets, or
Gotcha.
get it to us, we'll review it, and then we can come back and ask you questions.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair. All right. All right, well, then that concludes my report.
Okay. Comments or questions from board members?
I just have one thing I wanted to bring up. As I was sitting here, I thought about it because of the presentation that was made by the Hudson Campbell manager, thinking out of the box. And I was wondering, is there anywhere in our parks where we could do ice skating in the wintertime?
Good question.
Yeah, we can't probably do it this year, but in the future.
No. We might be able to. So I've had some communication with another department. Seaburger Park actually has an ice skating rink. So it's a matter of us filling it and making sure there are no leaks and putting that together. The Seaburger Park, for anybody who doesn't know, it's in Black Oak. It's off 25th and I'm not sure, but it's you head west on 25th. You'll see it's a really, really nice park. It's a really, really nice park. There's some work that we need to do to restore it. But there's an ice skating rink, to answer your question.
Okay.
I'm not going in it because I'm not a skater. But again, that's a discussion that I've had with another department about how we fill it and how we maintain it. It just so happens that we haven't had the weather to be able to support ice being there for an extended period of time.
I don't have to drain all the golf course either.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can take some water from the golf course and put it in there and still be okay. But yeah, so it's something we've looked into.
Okay.
And just so everyone does know, I mean, that is comical, but I did have people come and ice skate about 2 weeks ago when the weather was, and it was perfect. I mean, it's huge, it's massive.
All right, we have anybody to speak?
No, but, Mr. Parnell, did you want to say anything?
No, thank you. All right, if we could, real quick, I wanted to congratulate Alexis Wood, who is the daughter of Michelle Harper, our videographer.
Oh, okay.
She was a 2018 Zeno's Queen.
Oh, nice.
And with that,
This year queen, next year president.
with that, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
We are adjourned.